everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to Joyful Living. Today I am bringing you a very special video. This is to celebrate 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which completely blows my mind. I'm going to share with you 10 lessons I've learned on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And also at the very end, I'm going to do a super fun Happy Planner giveaway. So I'm really glad that you're here. Okay, so it was, I don't know, I was having a really hard time filming this video and I was trying to figure out what it was. And I think quite honestly, which if you've been watching for a while, you know, honesty is what you get here. I was feeling very humbled by getting to 10,000 subscribers in the first place, humbled by so many amazing YouTubers that I know personally that would long to get to that milestone. And, you know, they say comparison is the thief of joy. And I just want to say, if you are just starting your channel, if you're on the road, if you're feeling discouraged, please don't be. Just keep putting your best out into the universe. I know that I also struggle with comparison. So for everyone that has 10,000 subscribers, there's also someone who has 30,000, 50,000, 500,000. And so I struggle with it too, but we all are where we are on our own journey. And we need to really remember that if we just keep improving and working day by day, hopefully we'll get where we want to be. So I have the 10 things on my computer. And if you're here just for the Happy Planner giveaway, I'll put a little timestamp so you can go ahead and go to the end if you want. You don't have to listen to me blather on. Although I will hope that you will stay for the entire video, both because it helps me in the algorithm. By the way, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so. But also because I feel like these 10 lessons are not just helpful for YouTube, but they're also helpful for overall life. So even if you don't have a YouTube channel, I think and hope that you'll still find these helpful. Okay, number one, drama sells, but you still have to maintain your integrity. There are a lot of things that I could do a YouTube video about that would get a lot of views and a lot of clicks. That doesn't mean those things are a good idea as far as my own peace and my own personal integrity. Every time I get in front of the camera and I chat with you guys, it is very vulnerable for me and I am sharing my authentic self. There are stories I could share. There are pieces of my journey that I choose to keep private, even though they would get tons of clicks. At the end of the day, however, I have to be able to sleep at night. And even though drama and you know, big dramatic stories and, you know, the thumbnails with the horrible crying faces and all of that might get me a lot of clicks, it's not who I want to be in this space. So I really have to stay true to my own self and my own integrity, regardless of how it might grow or not grow my channel. Number two, you are only as good as your latest upload. So make sure that your identity is not linked to those numbers. There are a variety of different reasons why one video takes off and another video doesn't. Some I can figure out, some I have absolutely no idea. It could be that there was a football game on that you didn't know about. It could be that the topic you're talking about, although you may be passionate about it, just doesn't resonate with other people as much. It can be a bunch of different reasons. That does not mean that your work is invaluable. It doesn't mean that you're not good at doing YouTube. And I think we can kind of live by the sword and die by the sword when it comes to numbers. And I have to be very clear on my own self-worth and my own grounding, especially when people can say things about your looks or they find your voice annoying or, you know, whatever the criticism is. If you are clear in your own head who you are, and if you have people in your life that remind you of who you really are, those things won't get to you quite as much. Do they still get to you? Yes, they do. But I found in the very beginning when someone would make a really horrible comment, it would stick with me for days. Now it sticks with me for like less than 20 seconds. Still gets to me, but not nearly like it used to. So I think part of that is just practice and learning to just let things go from people that maybe aren't important in your life. Okay, number three, you have to find out what is rewarding for you. For some people, YouTube is a way where they just get tons of views, they do tons of affiliate partnerships, they do tons of sponsorships, and that's the way they want to do YouTube. For me, I found that YouTube is most rewarding when it is about the community. That is why I started my Patreon, was to kind of bring the community in. And if you are one of my patrons, if you are one of the 288 people that have joined me over there, you know how important this space is to me. You guys helped me decide to start this second space. You may not know, I also have a very large Disney channel, very large, 22,000 subscribers over there, which is not very large by most standards, but it feels big to me. But I wanted that kind of smaller community. And as my channels grew, I was feeling that getting lost in the shuffle. So Patreon really became a place for me to do live streams that felt very safe to me. And that has been incredibly rich and rewarding. So if you start out on YouTube and you're not really sure quite yet how it's going to be fulfilling for you, that's something that I think will become clear very quickly. You just need to stay true to that lane so that it can continue to be something that you find fulfilling and you don't quit. Because as we know, if something isn't personally rewarding for us, we're unlikely to see it through. Okay, number 4, just because someone asks a question does not mean you have to answer it. Now, this is a lesson that I think really does apply to all of us in all different aspects of our lives, but particularly as someone who has chosen to put myself out there, I will get some doozies, both from Instagram, people will ask things on Twitter, in the comment section here, through my email address. I don't have to answer any questions and I don't have to respond to any emails. And it isn't that I want to ignore people, but also you don't owe anyone an explanation for living your own life. And you certainly don't owe anyone to share personal things about your life that you don't want to share. Just because you're in the public eye doesn't mean that every area of your life is part of the public domain. You get to set those boundaries and don't ever feel bad about it. And it's not that I ever would try to ignore anyone, but sometimes questions are just so personal that I realize that no response is going to be, what do they say? To those who understand, no explanation is needed. To those who don't, no explanation will suffice. And sometimes those things just need to go into the recycle bin. Number 5, always keep improving. It is always my goal that every video be slightly better than the one that came before. And I saw a visual lately that I loved about how your steps can't be too big, because a ladder, if it's spaced too far out, you can't get to the next step. So slow, steady improvement. This is something I learned as a runner. This is something I certainly have utilized in every other aspect of my life. And YouTube is no different. I want to always keep learning. I want to always keep improving. There's always so much more information to learn and to know about. I also work as a consultant on YouTube, so that also is obviously very beneficial to my clients as I can share updated information with them. But it's what keeps it fresh and challenging for me to always be upping my game just a little bit. If a year from now, my videos and everything were the same quality and the same everything as they were right now, I would be very disappointed in myself. And I think that's part of the fun of this journey, is there's always more to learn. And YouTube is always changing the game, right? The algorithm is always changing, and how to find new viewers and all of that is something that I will constantly be working on. And honestly, I think it's part of the fun. Okay, number 6, don't do anything that makes you uncomfortable, and say no when you know you're supposed to say no. This is a lesson that I have learned, unfortunately, the hard way, but don't be me. And when your gut is telling you that something is not a good fit for you, be that with an affiliate link, be that with a collaboration with another YouTuber, whatever the situation may be, listen to yourself and trust your own intuition. I have never ignored that intuition and had it work out well for me. You just know in your soul when something's not right. Sometimes I push past and I say yes anyway, and I always regret it. Always. So I've really learned to trust myself through trial and a lot of error, a lot of trial and a lot of error. And I think, again, this is one of those things that applies to all areas of our life. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. It doesn't feel right for you is a good enough explanation, and that's just going to have to do. Okay, number 7, respect the boundaries of those around you, and that includes your family. A lot of you will ask me to share more about the boys, more about Scott, all those kinds of things. And although I know that those videos would perform incredibly well for the channel, that is not what they want me to do. And they are my loved ones. They are the most important people in my life. So they always get priority over any other priorities I might have. I would also say that I have learned out in public to be very cautious that I am not hijacking someone else's vacation because I'm trying to get my shot. It's one of the reasons why I now predominantly just film on my phone instead of my big camera setup. My goal is always to be as inconspicuous as possible, whether I'm at Disney or traveling to other locations or doing a daily vlog. Nobody asked to be part of my YouTube channel, and I need to remember that this is something I'm choosing to do and be very respectful, both of my family and for the public at large. That respect is very important to me. And again, I might get more views, but that doesn't mean that I feel great about it. And I would caution you, as you're watching other YouTube creators, look at the people around that YouTube creator to see if they are being intrusive on someone else's space. You can usually tell pretty quickly, especially if you kind of look at it through that lens. I've honestly stopped watching several different YouTubers for that reason, YouTubers that I was around, and I watched them be incredibly disrespectful of other people, other families, all of that sort of thing. So I've learned the hard way to respect people's boundaries. I've learned by seeing poor example to respect boundaries of people in the world at large. And again, it goes back to that personal integrity and feeling really good about what I'm putting out into the universe. Okay, number 8, and I love this because they do this in figure skating, and I think they do this in gymnastics too, but get rid of the highest and the lowest score. And I love this concept because you don't want to listen to the haters, but also be really careful about listening to those who give you magnanimous praise. What I have found is both are equally dangerous. I think it's really easy to ignore the haters because it's absurd and they're commenting on, your hair or your nose or, really mean things, or you just know you can discount those. But sometimes the really high scores, the people that just think you do everything perfectly, it would be really easy to listen to them. But I find that when you let those people down, which is, by the way, inevitable, they will crash hard and they will come after you. So kind of keep those people at arm's length. And who you want to trust is those people that come back video after video and sometimes do share constructive criticism, but it's done in kindness. And those are the ones you really want to give your time and attention to. Be very cautious of giving too much time and attention to those who seem like they're kind of praising you constantly, because they will turn on you. It's just a matter of time. Okay, number 9, AdSense income is unreliable. If you are a YouTube creator and you hope that this is somehow a way that you either supplement your income or you use it as your main form of income, you are not going to want to rely on AdSense income. It is a roller coaster and it varies wildly. And I could get the same amount of views and my income could sway 50, 60, 70%, all based on the season, how much money advertisers are willing to spend. So just make sure that that is not your only source of income with your YouTube channel. That is another reason why I set up Patreon. That really has become my salary. It's how I'm sure I get paid for the work that I do. I do affiliate links. I do some other things that help augment that income. But AdSense will fool you because one month you'll make this amount and then the next month you'll get a similar amount of views, but your revenue will be way down just depending on the time of year and the whims of advertisers. So yeah, AdSense is, in my view, is not to be relied upon for regular income. And number 10, I have learned that YouTube and this space could be far more rewarding than I ever imagined it would be. I am so grateful for this journey. And it is something that I never ever take for granted. The fact that I got some traction with this channel, albeit, comparison is the thief of joy, and there are loads of channels that are way bigger than mine. For me, this is perfect. I always compare it to a friend of mine works for a huge YouTube conglomerate, I will say. It has many, many employees. They have almost 1 million subscribers. And she and I were chatting the other day, and it's sort of the difference between, a Target and a small little shop in a strip center. I prefer to be the small little shop in the strip center. I like knowing my customers. I like having those chats. I like the personal side of things. And although, one is obviously making way more money than the other, for me as the proprietor of my little storefront, the way that I'm doing it is very fulfilling and it's making me very happy. and it's bringing me joy. So those are my 10 lessons. I hope they were helpful. I hope they were helpful not just for a YouTube journey, if that happens to be what you're on, but also maybe for in life in general. And now I want to get on to the giveaway. Now, before I start this video is going to go up on October the 5th, and it will run for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today will be the date of the day the giveaway closes. You do not have to purchase anything. This is not sponsored by YouTube. I purchased all these items with my own money. I bought them a couple months ago when I bought my own planner, knowing that I wanted to do this giveaway when we reached 10,000 subscribers over here. So hooray. All you have to do, well, there's 2 things you have to do to enter to win. Number 1, comment below what kind of content that's on this lifestyle channel do you enjoy the most? Is it home organization? Is it planner videos? Is it travel tips and hacks? Is it daily vlogs? What is it that you find yourself coming back here for? Or, that one type of video that when you see that notification, you're always sure to click on it. I would love to hear that from you. And then secondly, I need to know how to reach you. So if you're on Instagram, please do me a kindness and put your Instagram handle down in the comment section so that I can DM you there. We no longer have an option on YouTube to reach out to you guys directly. And if you don't have Instagram, make sure you check the community tab on YouTube in 2 weeks' time, because that is where I will be announcing our winner. I won't be doing a video. It will actually be in the community tab. So you'll want to check that out. Okay, so here's what we're giving away. I'm going to show you mine because the one that I'm giving away is still all packaged up. If you saw my video where I unboxed this, and forgive that I haven't done my nails. I took my nail polish off after vacation. I just haven't put any back on yet. So it says collect moments, not things, which I absolutely love. And this one actually starts in January. I bought the extension pack, so mine actually started in September. But I love this planner because, let me turn to the ones that are pre-done. It's got all these cute little Disney features. It is the classic happy planner, but it's got these really cute pages. Everything is just very subtly Disney themed, and each month is a different color, and I just love the layout. I love the subtlety of it. So the first thing you're going to get in the giveaway is that. So here's the one I'm giving away. You can see that it's all still packaged up. The second thing that I'm giving away is the sticker book that went with this. Again, to see more details on this, go and check out the unboxing video I did. And then the third thing is the planner accessories. And this includes a little ruler or bookmark, a little envelope to put things in, some sticky notes, a sheet of stickers, and then a whole little stack of the Happy Planner daily agendas. And it's all this same Disney Oasis theme, which I just love. So one lucky winner will win. Don't have to purchase anything. Not sponsored by YouTube. Bought it with my own money. Put your Instagram handle down in the comments or check the community tab in 2 weeks. And thank you. Thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, doing all of the things. Obviously, I would not be on YouTube if it were not for you guys. And again, huge thanks to my patrons. You all are what allow me to continue doing this day in and day out. And I just cannot say thank you enough to all 280, I think we're at 289. Crazy. So yeah, it's been a truly beautiful journey, and it has brought me a ton of joy. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you're finding joy, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.